Welcome to this Legs Up the Wall Yin Yoga Winter Rejuvenation class. For this class, you're going to need a block and a blanket and a wall. And if you don't have wall space, you can use the back of the door, as long as maybe you put a message on the back of the door so people don't open it on you. So let's go ahead and start with legs up the wall. It's going to be a 5-minute hold to begin. So allow yourself to get settled in. Feel the support of the wall and the support of the earth, the ground underneath your head, your shoulders, your torso, your pelvis. If you have low back issues, you may want to have your knees bent slightly through this. Legs up the wall, you'll still get all the benefits. And let's put our focus on breathing into your low back, your kidneys and your adrenals. So winter or water element season is a time of rest and rejuvenation. Nature is hibernating, and we too are encouraged to go inward and contemplate. And while the fields may appear to be fallow, there's a lot happening deep within the earth. The roots of plants are preparing for spring. And this is also our time to go deep within to our own selves, embrace rest, introspection, and replenishment. Okay, you take a deep breath. And we're just going to move right into the next pose rather than take a rebound here. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, open your right knee out to the side, and you're going to start to slide your left foot down the wall. You might not need to move your foot down the wall very much at all to find an appropriate edge along the outside of your right leg and into your right glute. You want to choose something that you can stay with for 5 minutes, that you can soften into and be still, so that time and gravity can do all the work here. We're going to continue to breathe into our low back, into our kidneys. Sorry, you're going to be here for 3 minutes. So winter or water element season is a time of rest and rejuvenation. Nature is hibernating, and we too are part of nature, so it's an important time of year for us to go inward and contemplate. According to 5-element theory, winter is related to water. Water element is most dominant. So here where I live in Victoria, BC, it's rainy season. The ground is wet all through winter. And we get a lot of rain. Now where you live, you may get a lot of snow, which is a different form of water. So the kidneys and the bladder are the organs associated with water element and winter season. Okay, take a breath. Let's release your legs up and just let the chi flow here. Feel the rebound. And then we're going to do the other side. So you're going to cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh and open your knee out to the side. You're going to slowly bend your right knee until your foot's on the wall, and you can choose how far you're going to lower it down. You want to feel the sensation in the outer thigh into the glutes. You're going to be here for 3 minutes. And again, let's just breathe into our lower back, into our kidneys, focusing on building those energy reserves. In the same way that animals hibernate in winter and the fields are fallow and there's no growing in winter, when we follow the natural rhythm of things, water element season is a time to slow down, rest, and relax. So it's a time when the days are shorter, darker, the nights are longer. All of this encourages us to rest more, to sleep more, to go to bed earlier, to wake up later. It's a time for us to nourish our roots, just like Mother Nature is adding water to the roots of the fields, in the same way you water your plants in your home. So we want to do this for ourselves as well. Okay, so let's release this side. Bring your legs up the wall again. Pause here. Feel the flow of chi. And then you're going to bend your knees. Roll to your side. We're going to come all the way up to standing now. So let's move slowly in our transitions. Okay, from standing, you're going to put your back against the wall, and you're going to rest your sit bones, lift them up against the wall, and come into a standing forward fold. So my feet are about 1 foot with length away from the wall. You're going to dangle here with the support of the wall. So we're getting the bladder meridian here, which is very calming and soothing for your nervous system. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. You can also come up rest onto your legs here. So we just want to feel sensation along the backs of the legs here. So if you have any eye issues, glaucoma, that kind of thing, you're going to sit and do a seated forward fold instead, so your head's not hanging here in this inversion. Okay, so we want to be smart with our energy. We want to go with the flow with what feels right instead of going against it. Like, we don't want to swim up the river. It doesn't mean you should be lazy, but focus on things that align with your true desires and authentic expression. Spend time with people that make you feel emotionally warm, and do things that bring you joy. Okay, so you're going to slowly come up to standing. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And we'll just pause here with your back against the wall. Let your blood pressure equalize here. After being in that standing forward fold for a couple of minutes, feel the flow chi along the backs of your legs, down into your feet. Okay, and because winter can be so cold, we can kind of cocoon, and also with the cold, our shoulders can come up to our ears. This is a yin pose that I really love to open up the chest and also to bring some heat to balance all the coolness. So we're going to be in this pose for 3 minutes. So let's set it up first. Let's start with your left side to the wall, and you're going to take your left arm, you're going to bring it up, and you're going to bring it around to a point where you feel sensation. You want to feel your chest opening. So that might be enough there. You can also step away from the wall a little bit more. You might bring it down and open it more. You might be closer to the wall. So you want to choose an edge that you can stay with for 3 minutes. You want to feel sensation along the inside of your arm and opening your chest. You don't want to feel strain up and into your neck. So we're focusing on the lungs and then the heart meridian there to bring some, so you can breathe, and also so that you can have some fire, heat from the heart meridian to create some warmth in the winter when it's cool. So breathing here. Remember, you can soften that edge by stepping away from the wall a bit. Remembering that Yin Yoga is not an aesthetic practice. It's all about sensation and feeling, finding that appropriate edge that we can breathe into, we can soften into, we can stay for a while. So this is essentially broken wing, and instead of lying on the ground, we're using the wall as our ground. Breathe into your heart center. Keep your ears over your shoulders, your heart lifted. Soften. Okay, you're going to slowly release this arm down, and we're going to pause here. We use the wall as our ground here. Just feel the flow of chi, feel the difference between your left and right side. And we're going to flow right back into our standing caterpillar or our forward fold with our butts against the wall. So you're going to be in dangling for 2 minutes. Remember to do a seated forward fold if you have any eye issues, glaucoma. So good for your nervous system to access that bladder meridian. It's very calming because the bladder meridian starts at the inside of the eyes, goes over your head, down through your spine, all the way down through the backs of your legs. Okay, we're going to slowly come up so you don't get dizzy. And then let's just stand with our backs against the wall. Let the wall be another ground so you have your time for your blood pressure to equalize here. Feel that rebound all through your whole body. Okay, and then we're going to do the broken wing on the other side. So let's take that time to set the pose up. You're going to take stand with your right side to the wall, take your right arm up. You're going to bring it around. You might stop here if you feel that opening in your chest. So you can stop at 12, 1, 2, 3. And remember, you can step away from the wall. You've got that experience now on the other side, how that sensation and heat builds through, especially that heart meridian, the lung meridian. You're going to be there for 3 minutes. So breathing, softening, lifting your heart, head lifted. And just remember that one side might be different than the other. So your right side might be tighter, especially if it's your dominant side, it might be stronger. And so for me, because I've had a lot of, I've had surgery on this side. So this side for me is definitely tighter. So, we don't want to, one of my New Year's resolution this year is to not kick myself on my down. So I'm going to be gentler and kinder with myself. I'm going to step away from the wall, soften that edge so it's easier to stay with. I've still got a lot happening here. So that my nervous system doesn't kick in and go into defense mode, but rather I can still have that softening happening, that opening happening, so I can get into those deeper tissues rather than a defense mechanism kicking in. Okay, you're going to slowly release that down. And let's just pause here. Let your back rest against the wall. And then you're going to sit down with your legs straight out in front of you with your back against the wall. Okay, let's scooch your butt right up against the wall so you're sitting up nice and tall. And then what I want you to do is put a block between your legs, open your legs to the width of your mat. And we're just going to prep your hips, flexors, for what is coming next, because our hip flexors tend to be short but weak. So that means because we sit in chairs all day, they shorten and they're not really doing anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to maybe lower that so it's a little, having your back against the wall makes this more challenging. So you're going to lower that so it's a little less challenging, and you're going to lift your leg over and over, and you can have it on the lowest setting too. And let's do both legs. Yeah, LA is the lowest, Chicago is the medium, and New York is the highest. Okay, so we've done both legs, and what I want you to do now is take your blanket, and you're going to put your blanket between the wall, and let's put your left leg, you can bring your blocks up in front of you. Put your left leg, your left knee between the wall, and this could be good here. Okay? You might bring your right leg up. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. And you want to feel sensation on the front of the left leg. So overworking, stressful or traumatic events, overexertion, emotional stress, spending energy on things that drain you, poor diet, lack of sleep, all make it harder to handle the cold and feel balanced during winter season. So this is working your stomach meridian, and earth element really supports water from, if you think of a riverbank, the earth supports water from flowing everywhere. So we need that earth to prevent water from getting too expansive, like to becoming too strong. Okay, you're going to slowly release this side from your body. And then we're going to put the block in the middle again. You're going to sit with your back against the wall again. Let's take that blanket out. Let's keep it on the LA setting. Just with your back up against the wall, and you're going to lift and lift. And other side. Okay, and then we're going to do that dragon variation against the wall again. So you want the blanket up against the wall for your knee. This time you're going to put your right knee against the wall. You're going to be in this pose for 2 minutes. And you could stay here. This might be enough sensation on the front of your leg. Or you can bring your left leg up and open up into, you can even come up onto your leg here. You want to open up into this front right leg. So instead, what you want to focus on in winter is resting, taking breaks when you need them, focusing on creating life experiences that promote well-being and relaxation. Remembering the principle of Wu Wei, which is effortless effort, avoiding exertion. Spending time investing your energy on things that replenish and energize you. Eating healthy and nutritious food. Spending time outside. And getting good quality sleep, getting enough sleep too. Okay, you're going to release this pose from your body. Let's do the rebound just here, sitting with your back against the wall. Feel that flow of chi. Okay, I want to show the variation for this pose if you have knee issues, although I'm going to show a few variations of this pose that will help for knees. We're going to be doing a full squat, malasana, so you could do it on your back with your knees against the wall like this. Okay? Or you can do it where you come and you go on with your back against the wall like this. This puts the most pressure on your knees. And if you want to take some pressure off your knees, sit on a block, but still use the wall for your back so you're sitting upright. And you're going to be in this pose for five minutes. So in this pose, focus on breathing into your low back. Feel the support of the wall. Really getting nicely into your kidney meridians here, which run along the insides of your legs. See how you can soften and be still. So in winter, you can also shift the way you eat to create more heat internally. It's not a great time of year to be drinking cold smoothies and eating salads, because those are just going to kill that internal fire and create cold. Also drinking cold iced coffees and stuff like that. You want to drink teas. You want to drink your drinks warm, not drink iced drinks. So eat warming soups and stews with root vegetables. And remember to add warming spices like ginger and garlic and pepper to bring warmth to your body. And yoga is a great activity in winter that won't run down your batteries. So Yin Yoga, restorative yoga, yoga nidra, these activities are Just so great in the winter just to focus on nourishing those kidneys. Okay, so you can release this pose from your body. Before we come back to legs of the wall, let's just do one of my favorite rotations here for your thoracic spine. You're just going to take your arm on the inside of your leg, rotate the other one up. And let's do that on the other side as well. Let's repeat that. Okay, and then let's come back to legs up the wall to finish out the class. So you can put your blocks and your blanket off to the side, or use your blanket to wrap yourself up because your body tends to cool throughout the course of the class. Okay, so scoot your hips up against the wall and bring your legs around. You're going to bring in legs up the wall for 5 minutes. So let's feel the support of the earth again. Feel the support of the wall again. Notice how your body feels different. Maybe your neck feels a little more free after those broken wings against the wall. Maybe your body feels a little bit more rejuvenated from the beginning of the class. Continuing to breathe into your kidneys and low back here to receive the benefits of legs up the wall. Maybe your nervous system feels a little calmer from all the bladder meridian poses. And I have a little excerpt for you from John Donahue's book, To Bless the Space Between Us, a book of blessings. Within the grip of winter, it is almost impossible to imagine spring. The gray parish landscape is free of color. Only bleakness meets the eye. Everything seems severe and edged. Winter is the oldest season. It has some quality of the absolute. Yet, beneath the surface of winter, the miracle of spring is already in preparation. The cold is relenting, seeds are wakening up. Colors are beginning to imagine how they will return. From the bleak heart of winter, a miraculous breathing plenitude of color will emerge. But the beauty of nature insists on taking its time. Everything is prepared, nothing is rushed. The rhythm of emergence is a gradual, slow beat, always inching its way forward. Change remains faithful to itself until the new unfolds in the full confidence of true arrival, because nothing is abrupt. The beginning of spring nearly always catches us unaware. It's there before we see it, and then we can look nowhere without seeing it. So winter is this incredible time of turning inward, of resting, where everything is happening under the surface, and it's this kind of time of mystery and retreat where we can tend to our reserves. Okay, so you can slowly bend your knees. You can start to stretch out. We'll start to make our way up to seated. So, as I said in the class, one of the things that I love most about winter is warming soups and stews. So, why don't we share with each other in the comments our favorite warming soups and stews for winter in the comments? And you can have a look down there at everybody's favorites so we can all share with each other. So, we can all get some yummy new ideas for winter warming soups and stews. And thank you so much for joining me for this class. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. This class felt really fresh to me. I loved some of the movements in it, the sequencing, the ways of using the wall. I hope you enjoyed it too. And thanks for subscribing if you're not already subscribed. And I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains.